I'm late for a flight. Can you believe it? So today, we're heading to a fun location for a fun weekend, assuming, oh no, I can get out the door, which these flip-flops are preventing me from, no! One goes there, one goes there. And also in today's video, we're gonna be talking about the brand new Ultra Beasts. And, well, I guess I shouldn't say brand new, but the Ultra Beasts in Pokemon Go. Are they good? What are they gonna look like? How big are they gonna be? We're talking about that today. First though, let's not miss the flight. Nice to be back at LAX. Weirdly enough, masks still required here, but it is what it is. Okay, wanted to log in, check it out because LAX always kind of a fire spot to play, and talk about the Ultra Beasts, and give a little sneak preview from Reese. Everyone say thank you, Reese, in the comments for making 11 different edits of potential future Pokemon, because there are 11 different Ultra Beasts coming to Pokemon Go at some point in the future. Cluster spawn looking pretty good, not gonna lie. Raids in the nearby, absolutely terrible. Why do I want all these bundle beasts? I don't. Or mega, whatever that thing is, low punny. Okay, while I check this, let's go through the list of Ultra Beast Pokemon and, obviously, their edits, what they're gonna look like in Pokemon Go. First being Nihilego. I can't see what these look like because the edits haven't been made yet, but I hope they're cool. Buzzwole, Formosa, Xurkitree, Celesteela, Kartana, Guzzlord, Poipole, Naganadel, Stakataka, and Blacephalon. Oh my gosh, spelling that was really difficult. Now today we're going to talk about what their typings are and their max CPs are, if they're going to be good in the meta at all, and when we think, estimating, guesstimating, they're going to be dropping here in the game. And we're going to be battling, God, I don't want Cliff, I want Sierra, if anything. Really, I want more Arlo so we can get more Shadow Shiny Bag on. We'll keep going. We're doing all of this, explaining all of this throughout the weekend in Vegas, which is gonna be an interesting time. Now, why are we just randomly packing up and going? It's actually, so what I'm really excited about is it's looking like travel is really picking back up for, this game and just kind of life in general. This weekend, we'll be in Vegas. It's gonna be for this, it's called the After Party NFT. It's like a music festival thing in Vegas that's NFT crypto related. Doing that this weekend. Next weekend, we'll be Lake Tahoe with the freaking boys. We have a yearly trip, me and my friends from home. So we're doing that next weekend. And then it's looking like Pokemon Go is starting to fly out content creators like they did with Trainer Tips monthly to different locations across the US for community day events. So we're gonna be having, like we did before the pandemic, at least one trip per month to maybe a new place in the States or a place we've been before, but one trip a month to a community day event somewhere in the US. And we've got Safari Zone, Seville, Spain, coming up, I think, in May, which we'll definitely be doing. So get ready for some more fun travel vibes on the channel. I can't wait. Oh my God, this Torterra is taking years to take out. Just die, thank you. And can we start the day with a Shadow Shiny? Okay, let's get on the plane, get to Vegas, start talking about these Ultra Beasts. Wow, look at this, huh? And the view? The view? The view? The view? The view's okay. Big parking lot. Okay, welcome to Las Vegas, baby, all right.
3 days later.
So we're leaving Vegas today, heading out and something absolutely tragic happened. Yesterday was an extremely long day, and I forgot to log into Pokemon GO the entire day, and I lost my streak with the Masterwork research. I knew this would happen, bro. I knew I'd mess this up. So we're now 29 more days away from getting our Apex Shadow Lugia. Dang it. Actually the worst day of my life. It's because we went to Vegas with this suitcase and one other one, my suitcase, and we're coming back from Vegas with just the suitcase. Why? Because somebody grabbed my suitcase, probably thinking it was theirs because an identical one to mine was left behind, didn't check the bag tag, just grabbed the bag and walked away, and we just can't get in contact with them at all. So I had some valuables in there that cannot be replaced, and if this bag never comes back, I'm gonna be a very sad person. So that's that. Interesting weekend. We have not even gotten to the Ultra Beasts in the video today, so apologies for that. But let's get into that. We're just gonna sit in the office, go over the Ultra Beasts because that part is exciting. Okay, let's finally get in and talk about the Ultra Beasts. First, let's go over what the 11 Ultra Beasts are, how high CP they go, a bit about their base stats, and what typings they are. Starting off with the first one, Nihilego, I think is how you pronounce that. Nihilego! And it is a rock and poison type Pokemon with a max CP of, wait, 4,465. It is a monster. And then the base stats right here, 249 attack, 210 defense, and 240 stamina. Really, really good stats. Next up is a really crazy one, Buzzwole. This one's interesting. It will be a bug and fighting type at 3,912 max CP, with the base stats being 236 attack, 196 defense, and 216 stamina. Following that is actually another bug and fighting type, Formosa, which is gonna be like a, well, we'll talk about the meta relevancy later. But Formosa will be 3,213 max CP, still pretty high, with the stats being 316 attack, 85 defense, yikes, and 174 stamina. Next up, the Circuitry. This thing is crazy, actually crazy, and it's a pure electric type as well at 4,451 CP. A monster! And the stats are 330 attack, 144 defense, and 195 stamina. Following that is Celesteela, kind of a very intense looking Pokemon, sort of, kind of, which is a steel and flying type. Interesting dual typing there, with the max CP being 3,507 and the base stats being 207 attack, 199 defense, and 219 HP. Then we have one of the favorites, Kartana, which is very, very cool, a grass and steel type Pokemon with a max CP of 4,156, which is a bit of a monster, and the stats being 323 attack, 182 defense, and 139 stamina. Then probably the biggest meme of all the Ultra Beasts, Guzzlord. This freaking Trubbish god. Guzzlord will be a dark and ghost type Pokemon, which is actually kind of a cool typing.
with 3,264 max CP and 188 attack, 99 defense, and 440 stamina. Then we've got Poipole, which will be a pure poison type Pokemon at 1,854 CP with the base stats being 145 attack, 133 defense, and 167 stamina. Then Naganadel, which is a poison dragon type Pokemon, max CP, 3,587, with the base stats 263 attack, 159 defense, and 177 stamina. Then a crazy one, bro, Stakataka, a literal mountain. It is a rock and steel type Pokemon with a max CP of 3,724, kind of a freaking monster, with the stats being 213 attack, 298 defense, and 156 stamina. And then finally, we've got Blacephalon, Phalanges, which is a fire and ghost type with 3,727 max CP, with the base stats being 315 attack, 148 defense, and 142 stamina. Now, quickly, how do I think they will drop in Pokemon Go? How will we see these released in the game? My first guess, EX raids. I know EX raids were at some point announced to be coming back to Pokemon Go as the pandemic bonuses rolled away. So now that the pandemic bonuses are pretty much all gone, including incense, rip incense, I know that needs to come back. But since that's all gone, is it time for the EX raids to return? And when they do return, will we see the Ultra Beasts as a part of them? My next guess would be a season dedicated to them, like, you know, the season of Ultra Beasts, which would just be a new season featuring the release of the Ultra Beasts, kind of like how we saw the release of Hoopa with the season of Mischief. Maybe we see a season dedicated to the Ultra Beasts. And then they might just drop normally through raids over the next like 12 months. Because the current newest raid boss we had in Pokemon Go was Tapu Koko, which is a Generation 7 Legendary. These are Generation 7 Legendaries, technically, Ultra Beasts. But we are still missing some Legendaries, including Phione and Manaphy from Generation 4, Keldeo from Gen 5, Legendary Zygarde and Mythical Deoncé from Gen 6, and then obviously all of the Generation 7 Legendaries. So we still do have a couple of Pokemon that we need released in the Legendary raids, I think before we see these Ultra Beasts, but who knows? Kecleon still isn't out. Now, what about meta relevancy? These are obviously amazing looking Pokemon. They are massive in CP, but will they be good when they come to Pokemon Go? Running it back with Nihilego. Listen, this Pokemon is double weak to ground, so that's one big downside, but it should be the second highest CP rock type Pokemon, and it has better base stats than most of the top 10 rock types. When it drops, it definitely should be ranking amongst the top rock type attackers in Pokemon Go, which is a very, very helpful class of Pokemon. And then when it comes to its poison typing, because it is a dual rock poison type, it will be by far the highest CP poison type Pokemon in Pokemon Go. And again, it also does have a lot, the base stats of it are a lot better than a lot of the base stats of the poison type Pokemon, which just means that it will most likely be a top tier rock and a top tier poison type attacker, depending on its moves. Buzzwole up next. Buzzwole's gonna be fun. Buzzwole is unfortunately double weak to flying. When it comes to the bug type portion of Buzzwole, it looks like it should outclass a lot of the bug type Pokemon, although there are a lot of really good shadow bug types that might be hard to compete with. But it is much bigger and bulkier and just higher CP than most bug type Pokemon, so it should hopefully rank amongst the top. And then as a fighting type, it should be outclassed by Pokemon like Mega Lopunny, and then maybe some shadow fighting type Pokemon, but it still should be a pretty decent fighting type attacker. Formosa is essentially a worse Buzzwole, also double weak to flying. It's the same typing Formosa. It's a freaking major glass cannon because it has 316 attack stat, which means it's gonna deliver a punch. It has an 85 defense stat, which means it's going to die fast. It will get absolutely eviscerated. Most likely, this Pokemon won't rank that high due to its stats. But a Pokemon that should rank high due to its stats is Xurkitree, which again, pure electric type Pokemon, and it will be a monster. Now, there are a lot of really, really good electric type Pokemon already in Pokemon Go right now, but again, Xurkitree should still be an absolute monster, should definitely rank amongst the top electric type Pokemon, again, because it does have over 4,000 CP and an attack stat of 330, so it's gonna deliver a big punch. I'm not sure if it will crack the top 3 electric types in Pokemon Go, but it should definitely land within the top 10. Next, Celesteela, which is the steel and flying type. Due to its low max CP and it's not that great base stats, I don't think it's really gonna rank that high amongst the current steel types in Pokemon Go because the current steel types are actually pretty good. And Celesteela will probably have the same situation with the flying type Pokemon, it's just probably not gonna match up to the current meta. Kartana, which is next up, on the other hand, might have a different story. Now, since Kartana is grass and steel, it is double weak to fire, so that is a big downside. But it has huge CP and a big 323 attack stat, so it might actually end up ranking amongst the top grass type Pokemon. But like with Celesteela, it probably will not rank amongst the top steel type Pokemon just because its stats aren't that great and the steel type Pokemon are pretty good. Next up, it's Meme Lord, aka Guzzlord. It is a dark and ghost, and it's only weak to fairy, so that's a plus. But it has really low max CP and its stats are literally garbage, kind of like how it looks. Probably won't be that useful in Pokemon Go. Unfortunately, the same thing is to be said about Poipole, the next Pokemon we're talking about here. It is a pure poison type, but it's a cute little meme, you know? Cute little meme. And its stats are, according to my notes, a flaming dumpster of disappointment. Sorry, Poipole. Probably won't be using it much. Okay, next is Naganadel. This will be a poison and dragon type Pokemon. Very interesting dual typing. And it might actually rank amongst the top poison type Pokemon in the game. The poison type meta isn't that great in Pokemon Go, so these poison type Ultra Beasts might actually do pretty well. But amongst the dragon types, I don't think this Pokemon's gonna rank too high. Again, the dragon type meta is one that is pretty good and fleshed out in Pokemon Go, so probably a better poison type. And next is Stakataka. I don't know why, I really like this Pokemon. I like it a lot. Okay, this is a rock and steel type. It is double weak to both ground and fighting, so it does have some pretty big downfalls there. Now, despite that, it might actually still rank amongst the top rock type attackers, especially with a beefy 298 defense stat. Although again, when it comes to the steel type Pokemon, probably will not rank amongst the top because the meta is just so good for steel. And finally, last but not least, Blastophlanges. This will be a fire and ghost type Pokemon, and according to my notes, it will probably be very, very good because every other Pokemon will be so utterly terrified by the look of it that they'll give up immediately. This is a scary looking Pokemon. In Pokemon Go, there are a lot of really, really good fire type Pokemon already in the meta, so I can't see this one really ranking too high amongst the fire types. But that 315 attack stat will definitely give it quite the punch. Now, as a ghost type Pokemon, it might actually rank amongst the top. It might even be a better Chandelure, which is a fire and ghost type Pokemon that's currently ranked 3, I think, for fire types in Pokemon Go, or sorry, for ghost types in Pokemon Go, in terms of DPS. So this might be a better Chandelure. This might be a top 3 ghost type Pokemon in Pokemon Go. And that is today's very dramatic episode of the Ultra Beasts and our Vegas trip, which literally just nothing happened for the YouTube video, sorry. Now I've got to go to LAX and file a police report about my bag, and I will hopefully catch you all in the next episode, which is a very, very exciting one where we hunt my son. See you next video.